Hola, ¿cómo están? Bienvenidos a mi canal. Yo soy Wicho. My name's Wicho. And welcome to my channel, guys. To here today, I want to really help you guys out. I want to talk about what I went through, the strength, the pain, the struggles, and everything I did to learn Spanish and how I overcame it, right? So, I've always, like most people, I took Spanish in high school. I went to college, took Spanish as an elective. But I really couldn't speak Spanish, right? Like I probably went through like 4 years of Spanish through the education system, and I couldn't speak a lick of Spanish. I couldn't construct sentences. I couldn't communicate. I couldn't talk with people. And now I can hold full conversations. I can watch movies in Spanish, TV shows. I can read books in Spanish. I can read signs. I can do business. I can hold intense dialogue about certain topics like politics, economics, finance. The thing about it, I don't people know when they communicate and speak with me in Spanish, they know I'm not a native Spanish speaker, right? But that's okay. That's perfect. That actually works in your favor because it actually shows that you took the time and the patience and the practice it takes to learn a language. Now, a big deal for me in the beginning, right? I didn't have the patience. And that's what we're gonna start off with, right? That's the first thing how I overcame this. You have to have patience, bro. Like I mean, you're not gonna learn Spanish in 3 weeks or a month or 2 months. It's not gonna happen. And at the same time, you really don't want that to happen because when you learn Spanish, you're going. It's gonna be a lifelong skill. This is a journey. It's not a sprint. This is a merit. This is a journey. You're going to be. I learned. I started speaking Spanish consistently 2019. It's 2023, about to be 2024. I have used Spanish almost every day. Every day. I mean, I go to Chipotle. I went to Chipotle the other day. The lady there, we were speaking Spanish on how to, build my burrito and stuff like that. That was cool. When I go into airports, I'm pretty much a volunteer. I'm pretty much the volunteer for the airport. Free. It is what it is. But I like helping people. Like I like when I go into the airport and somebody needs help speaking Spanish or anything like that. I like to be the person to help because if that was my family member, like my mom or my grandmom or my granddad, I would want somebody out there in the world to help me. So that's the thing. So patience is key, guys. You have to learn patience. That's the first step in how I overcame the struggles of speaking Spanish. The second thing was I got over my fear of messing up, right? I had this intense fear of looking silly, looking dumb, people making fun of me, things like that. I'm gonna let you know you're gonna look dumb, right? You're just going to, and you should embrace it, right? Because all the stories I have, I can tell you guys a story, right? So I was in an Uber one time, and I was talking to the guy. We were speaking. I wasn't really that good at Spanish looking back, right? But I was trying. I was trying to get it off, right? So I was communicating, I was talking, and I was trying to say I like no, I was trying to say I talk like a child in Spanish, right? Like, yo hablo como un niño, right? That's what now I know what I wanted to say, but at the time I didn't understand how when we say like, how we say like a simile in English, we say I sound like, I dress like. It doesn't work the same in Spanish. So the word gusta is like. So I was trying to say I sound like a child, but I ended up saying some wild, crazy stuff about liking kids. And it was like, whoa, he was like, whoa, what? What? And I was like, huh, what did I say? I was like, what? He was like, "Bro, don't say that ever again." I was like, "What did I say?" He was like, "You said you something like you like key." I was like, "No, no, what? No." I was like, "Bro, what?" And see, stuff like that will really mess you up. But then when I told him I explained it, we were all just laughing and stuff like that. But I'm telling you, man, see, I have tons of stories like this. This is all a part of the journey. You wanna fall on your face and be a rookie and have mistakes and things like that. It happens. It happens to everybody, trust me. It's gonna happen to you. It's gonna happen to you. I promise you. So just pack your bags, man, and let's go on this journey, man. Don't be afraid to mess up. Everybody starts at 0. You gotta start somewhere. But I tell you this, I can promise you this, it's not a lot of guarantees in life. But if you learn this language, I can guarantee it will change your life. I can guarantee that. I can't guarantee you $1,000,000. I can't guarantee you all this but I can guarantee you this will change your life. And I hope I'm here through your journey. I hope you share with me how it did change your life. Number 3, the third thing that I did to overcome, I got out of my comfort zone. I got out of my comfort zone. It kind of ties into the last one too, but you gotta get out of your comfort zone. You're gonna have to communicate with people. You're gonna have to. You're gonna have to talk to people that speak Spanish. You're gonna have to talk to people. This goes for all language learning, by the way. As a matter of fact, you're going to have to talk to people that speak your target language. So in this case, we're talking about Spanish, right? If you live in America, I don't care where you're at. I mean, you would have to show me a city in America that does not have a enclave or a small hotspot of people that speak Spanish. If you live in any major city, you have it. I'm from a small town in Mississippi, 40,000 people. We had an enclave of people that spoke Spanish. And when I go back home, I speak to them, stuff like that. It's so fun. I'm with my parents. They're like, "Oh man, you really speaking Spanish with them?" I'm like, "Yeah, hola, hola, cómo están mi familia?" Like, like all the time when I go down there, I'm always like, "Hola, cómo están mi hermana, it's just like they're like a part of my family. I go down there, I speak to them, I order my food in Spanish, we talk, they tell me about their like the business owners, they tell me about their family. They tell me it's funny, it's kinda crazy. It's like, 'cause I'm really I mean, you guys can notice I'm a black dude, so it really always kinda takes them aback because they always ask if I'm, like, Cuban or anything, like, 'cause most Americans, white or black, right? It's Americans don't really speak a lot of Spanish, right? Us Americans, we took the class, but we didn't really have the actual time to learn. You understand what I'm saying? We actually didn't really go through a real program in order to acquire the language, right? So we all took some Spanish. We all know hola, uno, dos, tres, but we didn't really learn the language, right? And getting out of your comfort zone, it entails a lot of things, right? Like it entails like here's the thing I always tell: change your phone to Spanish. Change your phone language to Spanish. We are on our phones 7 hours a day. On Americans, we are on our phones 7 hours a day. 7 hours. If you were feeding your mind with that amount of input in a Spanish language, all the things on your telephone, you're gonna have it's gonna be uncomfortable. Trust me, you're gonna be uncomfortable. When I did it, changed my phone to Spanish, it was extremely uncomfortable. I was like, "What is this? What is" I was, I was going, but you gotta lock in. You gotta lock in because everything you wanted outside, everything you want in life is on the outside of your comfort zone. Everything you want in life like, so write that down. Always duly note that. Everything you want is outside of your comfort zone, right? You got to push yourself. You have to engage in conversations, activities that push your language skills. Learning occurs when you venture beyond what's familiar, right? Challenge yourself, man. Step out of your linguistic comfort zone. Step out, man. You got it, man. You got this. And the fourth way that how I overcame speaking Spanish was I focused on one curriculum, right? Focus on one curriculum, right? If you guys are like me, which I'm pretty sure you are, because I was right. I was there with you guys, right? I was trying to learn everything. I was bouncing from course to course, Udemy, Duolingo, Piz Pimsleur, things of that nature. Pimsleur's cool, it helps you listen to certain things. So Pimsleur's cool, but you have to find somebody to teach. You have to find a curriculum, right? You have to find a structure. You can't bounce from course to course to course. You have to have a well constructed, comprehensive curriculum, man. You gotta avoid constant switching between courses and careers. You can't go to this course, then go to that course, then go to this and go to that. You gotta master the fundamentals, man. Master the fundamentals and build up. Because at the end of the day, man, like I said, you have to have patience. Like I said in the first, you have to have patience. Patience is key. Patience is key because I always say, just don't try to be fluent in Spanish in 2, 3 months. You're gonna set a goal for yourself that's unrealistic, and you're gonna end up being frustrated, angry like me. You're gonna start, oh man, I can't learn Spanish. This is only for. I wish I would have learned it when I was a kid. Only I'm too old to speak. You're gonna make up all these excuses, all these little mental things to justify why you really can do it, but you just don't put the time in, or you overestimate how long it would take you, right? The fifth and final way to overcome the struggle of speaking Spanish is don't take feedback personally. Now, this you may ask, what do you mean by that? What do you mean? I wouldn't take any feedback personally. No, well, sometimes it gets kind of tricky. You really don't know like I'm gonna say this, right? 99.99999% of people that speak Spanish are open to kind of speaking Spanish with you, right? But it's gonna be like that 0.001% of people that's gonna be an asshole. They're gonna be like, "Oh, get out my face! Oh, your Spanish is trash. Don't talk." And those are just rude, terrible, and they're going through something in their own life that you just can't take that personally, because you still have a journey, you still have a goal, you still have something that you want to achieve, and that's to speak Spanish. So just move on from that, man. And sometimes somebody might tell you, I'll tell you an example for me too. I had a very tough time learning escuchar. That's like to listen, right? It's kind of ironic. I used to say escuchar, right? It's escuchar. I used to say escuchar. Like they used to always mess with me. Like, no, no, escuchar, not escuchar. It was always. And sometimes, man, you get really frustrated. You're like, oh, I can't get this. Oh, you go crazy. But in reality, man, it's not even that big deal. Don't take it personally, man. Just take the criticism, keep moving, man. Don't be afraid. So that's it for me, man. Guys, if you really enjoy this video, I have you guys can try go in the link in the description box below, and I'm opening up a interview process for my Spanish program that I want to help people learn Spanish. So if you want to learn Spanish, book a call in the box below. We'll talk. We'll have a strategy call, see where you at, see what you got going on, and we'll see if you're a good fit for the program. All right, guys. It's your boy El Wicho signing out. We'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.